Feeling good, come easy. And I'm still having dreams, jumping out of Maybachs. Baby, it don't matter, cause I never said that. And I'm way too low, homie, way too loaded. HD9 subcompact, towing. I'm way too player, I'm way too focused. Baby, what you say? I hope you joking. Live life fast, steady in motion. Baby, can you tell me, what's your motive? It won't even matter when I'm touching the phone.
3, 2, 1. Welcome back to the Startup Podcast, San Diego edition, episode 24, y'all. How y'all feeling?
Feeling great.
Amazing, man. We in SD. This is my favorite city, man.
We just got back from Pacific Beach, and oh my God. Why haven't we moved out here yet, y'all?
Money.
I tried.
Inflation.
It's expensive. Yeah, inflation. They don't pay
real.
very well here. I can go on, man. The list goes on. They need to change that. It's San Diego. It's beautiful.
I don't understand how it's a 15. Okay, we actually learned this yesterday, right? They were talking about how, what's the minimum that you get paid? 15. It's the same thing in Modesto, right? Or is it like,
so.
Is it this?
Are we at 17 or?
I don't know. That would be crazy if we're higher than.
I don't know. I haven't seen minimum wage.
I doubt that. I doubt you're higher than here, but possible.
No, but I think it's 15. I think it's equal.
Yeah,
Might be.
Yeah, that's what Homeboy has said is 15 here.
Yeah.
Which the housing market is like twice as expensive, so I don't know how that's possible.
Yeah, but you can get some really nice places over here, man. It's amazing.
What?
I love it, man.
I've been looking. I was looking around here.
The properties we were looking at were.
Bro, I found a beautiful place out here. It actually sold. It was beautiful. It sold for a very good price, and they flipped it. They made it. They made 150K in a month.
I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah, they made 150K in a month.
They didn't even re-innovate it.
No, it was furnished. I mean, it looked brand new. I mean, you didn't have to touch it.
Yeah, they just bought it and then flipped.
Beautiful area too, bro.
Bro, see, that's what I'm trying to get into. Is flipping, bro.
It was less than a month.
That's what we into. We're not even trying. We in the industry already with the whole investing.
What we
got a flip coming up.
Flip.
It's July. Yeah, we got a flip coming up pretty soon. So
yeah,
stay tuned for
Stay
that.
tuned.
Stay tuned for the details on that.
Yeah, we'll start recording that and then post it too.
Yeah, when we close on that, y'all be the first to hear.
Yep.
So, yeah. You don't gotta ask, man. You know,
I always ask.
Before
I
we
feel like we
start,
gotta make a collab.
Bro, hey, this is season 3, man. I know this is season 3.
You know the quick tip is coming, bro. But
man.
you know, I like to warm people up before you get to the quick tip, Mark.
Handle it.
And last episode, you had me kind of a little bent, so I'm saying I'm feeling different towards you right now.
Y'all gotta go watch that out.
If you ain't watched episode 23, you know what I'm talking about him right now. So anyway, the quick tip, Marcus. Do you have one for us today?
I sure do, man.
Okay, please give the people who are listening the quick tip of the day.
All right, y'all. Life is short. Travel the world and just live life to the fullest, man. Like, that's the one thing. It's just I want to just really kind of put out there, because I feel like right now we've been traveling, like we've been living our life to the fullest, and like we just want to make sure and like just see the whole world. You know what I mean? And I feel like we've understood that like life can be kind of short. We've been seeing hell things. We just saw what happened today. That shooting that was in Chicago. You know what I mean? Like, things are like dramatically happen. Yeah, sad things, like dramatic things can happen at any given moment in life. So you might as well just take advantage of it and just like live it to the best way you can.
Bro, but like just because you brought that point up, I feel like it's such a sad thing that we come to, bro.
Sad topic, really.
In America as well, like we're supposed to be way better than this, right? I mean, we're here on the 4th of July, and something like this happens.
Yeah,
it's like
on the day that you're supposed to like represent like being in like
free,
one of the best countries and free, and one of the best countries in the whole world. You know what I mean? Like,
I don't know, man. I think people take advantage of a lot of things, and there's a lot of people that have, I don't know, minds have probably went haywire, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what explains an action like that? Like earlier you were talking about do people are blaming what games,
video games, movies, you know, stuff like that. Just I don't understand how you can sit at home and just one day be like, you know what, I'm about to go to an elementary school and do what you're about to do. Like, what on earth brings that to your mind? Like, to even think about that. Not just one person, but let alone a whole first grade classroom. Like, that just doesn't make any sense to me. That's not what we're talking about Chicago, but I'm just saying in general, or any mass shooting really. But kids especially, like, what's up with that?
I think another big thing is like especially for like us, Drew, like we come from a different country. You know what I mean? I mean, naturally we weren't born there, but our parents
family,
were.
Yeah,
and like everybody we know was. And so we know what the lifestyle was over there. We know how it is over there. It's just different, and it's so different. And I just think that like when you kind of mentioned something a little earlier, people just kind of taking it for granted. I think it's just so true because I feel like here, like we don't see the outside things. We don't see what happens outside. Like people are getting their heads slaughtered, or like they're doing like people are getting like stoned. Like there's so many other things that are happening outside this world that
Like, people are
it goes
scared.
so unnoticed, and people live
happen
scared
here, right?
where they're at. And here, like we never had that. We never had to have to like deal with that problem.
And like people aren't even scared to go to jail no more over here. Like,
yeah, well now
That's
you got
crazy.
people just doing things where it's like they're just going in and just ruining things and murdering people and ruining families and ruining everything for what purpose? For no purpose at all.
no
you know,
purpose.
and so it's just like I think with something like that, if they just got a taste of what it looked like elsewhere, where it's you're literally like fighting for the feet, like what do they say, like fighting for the like you're fighting to live, you know what I mean? Like you just over there, it's always just so different. I don't know. I just had to really kind of put that out there because I think that just goes so overlooked.
What do you think there's a solution to this mass shooting, mass like terrorism? Like, what is your like solution to containing it or stopping it? Because there's a lot of different opinions on that. Do any of you guys have a solution? Because it can't keep going like this. Something has to change.
I mean, probably something has to happen to the people that do stuff like this, like in a more dramatic like way, like to show people like, bro, this ain't right. I mean, what are people doing? I mean, just locking them up, and then what? We pay for the food, everything. Like, we taxpayers, right? So all your money's going straight to them, and they live like kings in a cell, bro. Like literally, they get everything they want.
get
They want to be
isolated.
alone. That's
They
it.
get isolated.
They get isolated. They get what they want.
Yeah. Imagine there's gonna be a day where they're gonna create technology that's gonna be able to, like, potentially like whether stop it, prevent it, whatever.
Technology prevent a shooting? How is that possible? Well, it's not possible yet, but
I don't know. I mean, I feel like I'm just hoping it doesn't get to a place where it becomes like a weird thing of how they create the technology to make that happen.
Like
Does that make sense?
they detect like the person's behavior, probably like on your
Their
tweets
actions,
or
things like that.
yeah, or how
Yeah.
you feel. They might do something like
Or
how you feel.
monitor like what you've been looking,
Yeah.
like who you talk to, what you've been talking
Well,
to, what it's going
Look
on.
what
like,
New York did, though. I mean, they wanted everybody to give the what's it called, the social media handles.
Yeah, for
if
the
you want
gang.
to be a CCW carrier, you gotta give your social media handles. It's crazy. I mean, I don't know. That might be into something that could happen later,
maybe
bro.
that's a
You
step
just know-
forward,
you
though.
don't know.
I mean, it's a step in. I think that personally, the whole New York thing is a step in
Because
the right direction. But like,
if you really think of it
you
this
don't need
way,
to be.
Sorry.
No, it's all right. Like, you don't need to be a CCW carrier to have a gun. Like, people get guns easy. Like,
Exactly.
and you don't really got to report it because it's so easy to get a gun nowadays. So, what were you about to say, Mark? Though?
I think it's just like it's because you mentioned earlier as well. It's like you can't like it's hard to put a solution to how to like fix something like this. You know what I mean? Like you can talk about it all you want. Like you can preach about it. Like you can do all these things, voice your opinions about it. But it's like there's people that have just made up their mind, and you can't. It's like you can't change someone's mind. You know what I mean? So it's like these are personal actions people are doing. You know, these aren't made up things. This isn't like these are people coming to decision that they want to do something and they're gonna do it. And so based off their emotion and what they want to do. And so it's like to stop that would be like a big challenge.
Some people see it as logic though. Like
It's
they might have a
insane.
reason behind it, and we don't really know what the reason is. Obviously, it's not good enough. Nothing. I was sitting here thinking, I was like, there's nothing in the world that I could think of that make me so mad. I want to go just do a mass shooting.
Yeah,
And
like that just
it
makes
there's
no
nothing
sense.
in the world that make me that mad to go do that.
Or yeah, even if like you said, one person got you mad, and that's the reason why you're gonna do it. Like to go, we're not saying killing is right at all, but like, why would you go put another 30, 40 people? How are you gonna go shoot in a crowd because that one person's there? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah.
That's 30,
kinda,
40 families you're affecting because you're mad at one person or whatever the case is. So I just don't get it. But
or how you were treated when you were a kid.
yeah,
like
I don't know. But
I have a question for you guys. Would you guys find it interesting as a job to like speak to serial killers and people like that and find out like behind the reasons why they do what they do? Would you guys
As
find
a
that?
job?
Would you guys find that as an interesting career?
I'd like to see like a documentary behind it. You know, I don't know if I personally want to be like, I'm not like a psychiatrist or what is it, a therapist?
Yeah.
I'm not nothing like that, but I'd like to go in and talk to them, film, get a documentary behind it and see how they think, why they do the things they do. I think it's good to study and understand why. I think that's healthy, right? 'Cause
Yeah.
you're gonna understand. It help you prevent future things from happening. Because this thing, I don't know if these things used to happen back in the 70s and 80s. I doubt it.
Yeah.
But
As
it's
often
happening.
as they do.
Yeah, it happens a lot now, especially in like the last 10, 12, 15 years. So
Bro, in the past week, like probably, you know what I
20
mean?
years. So
Yeah.
it's just, I don't know, man.
What about
It's
you?
crazy.
I don't know, man. That's tough because like I don't think I could do that. Like it's too much, you know? Like to hear from those stories are insane stories that like you know, like to hear them right there, like what is it called? Like firsthand, like that would be crazy because you're hearing that, like you're sitting right there in front of him. This is the guy that did it, and he tell like that's chilling, bro. Like you know,
But
you get goosebumps.
At the
from
same
it.
time, like if you're going in there and interviewing him, it's like giving him some type of like, oh, I mean something now. Like now he feels,
Oh yeah, now you're giving them like
yeah, you're giving him like you're pumping his head up now. Like, oh, like now I'm popular now. People know who I am because I did this thing.
Do you guys think that's probably another reason why
Some people
do
do
something
it
like that?
just to get in the news feed. Like, oh, if I do this, they got to talk about.
They
me.
gotta talk
They
about
want to
me.
talk about me my whole life, and now that I'm 30,
Mhm.
like I'm gonna do this. They had to talk about. I'm gonna be on the news now. You know, so
Yeah.
that happens. Like people, I know that's in their thought process for sure. So
I would be all in for it.
this
I feel like.
starts. This starts
Oh,
when
yeah.
they're a kid for sure. Like you gotta.
I would be all in for it. I would love, like, I don't know, like I find it like really like interesting to figure out like
You'd sit there and enjoy asking them.
not enjoy it. I wouldn't say I would enjoy it, but I feel like I would actually no, like I would enjoy the opportunity to sit there and figure it out. Like I would want to dig and find out why. Like I want to know why.
Yeah.
I have a lot of questions to know why, and I want to see what is like his. I mean, obviously he already knows he himself knows what he's done, and he knows it's obviously wrong, and he's already like came to agreement with it, and now he's living through it. So
Yeah.
I want to know why, and then I want to find out what he thinks caused it, what his reasoning behind it is, and just figure it out. I feel like that would be pretty interesting.
It is. I feel like that's real deep too. Like
Yeah.
being in the room with him, bro.
That'd be
That's what I'm
crazy.
talking about.
That'd
Like
be
being
crazy.
in the room with the guy that did something like that is
Imagine.
fucking like crazy. That would
Yeah.
feel so weird, bro. The tension in there would be like, what the
I'd
Yeah.
be pissed. I'll probably be pissed.
Yeah, right? Wouldn't you be mad? Like, how would you go
100%.
into
I
that?
don't know.
I
I
already
would-
know his answers are not, like anything he said. I wouldn't want to hear it. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's like no reason. I mean, I understand he has his own reasoning, but like I
I don't
wouldn't.
know.
I wouldn't agree with it, no matter what he
Oh, no,
said.
but you don't have to agree with it. You're there to learn.
Yeah, I know, but
I mean, whether it's learning or not,
I'm gonna
but-
be in there knowing like whatever you're saying, bro, it's wrong. Like you know what I mean? Like, I have a fixed mindset going in, so me personally, I couldn't be in there.
Yeah.
Right,
I would
but
be in there.
I'd be interested to watch a documentary and argue from the TV, like because I'm in there, like I'm be in jail next to him probably. So, you feel me? So I couldn't do it.
I don't know. I feel like that'd be a pretty cool job. Not gonna lie.
Do you Manscaped? Looking for you. Support for the Startup Podcast is brought to you by Manscaped, the best in men's below the waist grooming. Their products are precision engineered tools for your family jewels. Now, I know you're tired of using those razors that leave you nicks and bumps, ingrown hairs, and worst of all, grooming accidents in places you don't want to have them. Well, don't worry. Manscaped is here to reduce all those risks. With the new Lawnmower 4.0 included in their performance package, comes with a neat little light so you can see what you're doing down there. It's waterproof, so when you do your business, you don't have to worry about the bathroom floor being all messy. You do this right here in the shower. Now, when you put on the performance-based boxer briefs, it says Manscaped right on it. So people see you walking around, they read that Manscaped, they know what time it is, they know what you got going on. Join over 4 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped with this exclusive offer just for you. 20% off and free, yeah, that's right, free worldwide shipping when you use the promo code STARTUP20. That's promo code STARTUP20 at manscaped.com. Your balls will thank you. Now, let's get back to the show. So, on last episode, man, Mark hit us with the first question of the day. He hit us with a juicy one. Like, we really didn't sit and think about it. We were like, oh, wow. Like, it caught everybody on set off guard. I mean, there's other questions that caught other people off guard, too. But this is one, like,
Y'all
I guess,
gotta go watch that episode.
I think, yeah, you definitely do. I think this is one that we can, let's say, all of us can relate to, let's say. So, the question he asked was, what is your biggest red flag that you see in other people that like turned you off pretty much? And I didn't know. I didn't really have an answer at first, but I'm curious to see like what are red flags to you guys, like period, like not the biggest one, but any red flags to you period, and like how do they affect how you see other people? That's just not just women, but other people in general.
So like the media?
Anything. Red flags in general. You need some water?
I'm good. It's just like stuck in my throat right now.
I got you. Go ahead. You can start this one off, Drew. Like, what's some red flags you see in other people that just like?
I don't know. You kind of said it too. Last time was lagging, bro. Like lagging. I don't know. Stuff like that sucks, especially when you're on an on-time, like type of business. Especially how we do like things. So at work, if I'm at work and I got a client that's supposed to be there, and they taking like 20 minutes over showing time, and now it's like 30 minutes.
Oh, I've had those, bro.
All that extra lagging is not it.
I've had like a opposite. Like, say at an open house, right? And say it closes 1 to 4. Somebody shows up at like 3:58.
Yeah.
Boom, come in the house and they're there for 20, 30 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm like, bruh.
Or it's like an agent too doing it. Like you know what time it is.
Yeah, she knows like, hey, 4 o'clock with the cutoff. Like you having people. I'll give y'all like 10 minutes extra.
Yeah.
But y'all here till 4:30. Y'all not even gonna put an offer? Like, come on, bro. So I'll do it gladly. Like, all right, let's see what y'all got if y'all really want to buy the house. Because at the end of the day, it's hundreds of $1,000s on the line. What's 30 minutes, right? But it's like, if you guys are just coming just to look at the house, you're not gonna buy it. You guys we're just looking. Like, nah, like 4 o'clock was the cutoff. You know what I mean? So little things like that. But yeah, when people cat on you or stuff like, when people cat, it irks me. And one thing about me, I don't like being. When I say I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it. And I don't like being late anywhere. Like, that's just who I am. Yeah. If I say I'm gonna be there at 4 o'clock, I'll be there at 3:50. Like, I'm not gonna be late. And if I am, I'm gonna send you a text, hey, I'm running 10 minutes late.
Exactly.
So, but when people cat like, oh yeah, we're gonna go to the baseball game on Friday. You feel me? And then Thursday come around, oh man, like we can't be at the baseball game.
Yeah.
Something came up.
But you knew this like a whole week before. Like,
you knew. It's my girl's birthday. I can't go, or whatever the case is.
Exactly.
Oh, but you knew it was your girl's birthday last year. You knew it was your girl's birthday on Monday. So all of a sudden on Thursday come up, oh, it's your girl's birthday now. You know what I'm saying? So
that's a great point.
That's something like, you know what? Cool. Like, I get it. Like, that's it. You feel me? Yeah, I don't even respond to nothing like that anymore. I just got too much respect for myself. So I let it go. You know what I mean? But I don't know. Mark, what's some red flag you see, man? Like, what you got?
Man. Are we talking like in girls?
Anything. Red flag in people. Like, if you meet, say you met like someone out on the street and you guys are having a conversation and he said something that was like a red flag to you, or she said something that was like a red flag. Well, no matter the situation.
Can I say like is that more like a pet peeve too? Is that
it could be a pet peeve? Yeah.
All right, because like I have one like when I'm at work, for instance, right? Okay. So when I'm at work and I'm like helping a customer, and my biggest my thing that I just like I hate the most is whenever someone will say something like, well, my friend said you have to do this, and you're supposed to do this, and you're supposed to do that.
I get all the time in my industry too.
Yeah. But it's like I sit back and like obviously I don't say this out loud, but in my head I'm like, well, aren't you here? You're here for my help, right? Like I work here.
Yeah. I'm the pro.
I'm the guy that like I'm the pro. Like I know what to do here. Like, so aren't you like why? If your friend knows why you here, you know what I mean? Like that's like really what it comes down to at that point. but that's my big.
But low-key in sales, they kind of train us to like kind of say that, but like not in the like.
100%. I can do that. So I got it.
What is your response when someone says that? Because in our sales, we say we have a response for it too.
My response is like, so like I totally get it. Like I understand that your friend might kind of have an idea about what's going on, but like I've been here for a while. Like I definitely know the procedure of what to do here. Like I've seen this multiple times, and I mean I'm 99% sure that this is like this is the way to go, and this is what we need to do to move forward. So it's like, if you'd like to do it, we can. If not, like you can definitely go to your resource, and you could definitely have them help you out, you know. And then
hey, you are going to sell a lot of houses because that was perfect. that's the exact answer I was looking to hear. That was a perfect response.
Yeah,
you hear that a lot. I'm assuming.
Bro, I've actually I heard it a few times. Like there's times where I've had to actually like go out of my way to like really let them know, like, yo, come on, like seriously, like, you know, like
I'm the expert.
He kept saying YouTube said this, YouTube said this, and I'm like, bro, YouTube, like, I work, like, I do this, like, I don't know.
Is it something like, okay, so say they seem like a situation on YouTube that you don't encounter a lot, right? That's your job. Okay. Like, it's a situation like you never really encounter. Because I see it in the real estate industry too. Like some people see something one way, like on YouTube or whatever source they see it, and then it's something I don't really encounter, but I've heard before and never really had to deal with. So have you ever had that where you're like you had to educate yourself?
100%, but not in that way. Like I feel like I never use like a third party resource personally to like educate myself because I have all the resources. First and foremost, and second, it's like if I can physically verify something, then I'll be able to help figure it out. Like I feel like that's where I get more educated on is actually seeing it not working in person, and then me like learning how I can fix it or what caused that to happen.
Got it.
So that's my form of education. I wouldn't say I ever use like a third party resource to educate myself. No, but,
I'm gonna tell you like a situation where like I've had that situation. So this is like just an example, right? So say this is real estate related. So we're putting our real estate hats on.
Real estate
right?
caps. Yep.
So say a buyer comes to you, right, and they're over getting pre-approved trying to buy a house, $400,000 house, right? They want to buy a house. If they come to you and they can't get approved by a lender, 90% of real estate agents are gonna be like, oh, go work on your credit, like, oh, blah, blah, blah. Like, just get your credit better and get your down payment ready. We'll come buy a house like 5-6 months later, right? Well, if you didn't do the research as an agent saying, okay, well, how can I get this client a house without him having to go through a lender, you wouldn't know there's a thing called seller financing.
Mm-hmm.
Where, if you guys don't know what seller financing is, say Drew owns his house free and clear. $400,000 house, he owns it free and clear and doesn't owe a mortgage on it, just pays taxes every year, right? Seller financing is Drew, for an example, let's say he's 60 years old. He's just trying to sell the house. He doesn't need it anymore. And he's just, hey, just pay me, $800 a month for the next 20, 30 years, and you can have the house. And people are like, well, why would you do that? Why don't you just sell it on the market? Because you could get the whole $400,000 up front. Well, let's say the market crashes and the people don't want to pay like $350 or $300 for his house. But I come up to him like, hey, I'll give you your whole $400, but I gotta do payments on it. I can't give you all of it up front.
Yep.
People like, well, as long as you're paying me the whole $400, like, why would you not do it? You can change that to like a car scenario because people don't understand. So, say Marcus had a car, right? He got this nice Tesla Model S, nice, right? He's been driving it for like 10 years. He bought it at $60,000. Now it comes down. If he sells it, it's only like worth 15. You feel me? He's like $15,000. I paid $60,000 for this car. I'm not gonna sell it for 15. So he's like, he lists on Craigslist, $20,000. If he lists a car for $20,000 on Craigslist and it's only $15,000 on Kelley Blue Book, are people gonna buy that car? No, why not?
Because they can just go find it. They're gonna tell you that it's only worth 15 grand.
Okay, but if you go to Craigslist, it's still listed at 20,000. If you change it to, hey, 20,000, but I'll take payments. Do you think people are gonna send it off for like, hey,
100%?
Why?
Because you're giving them a smaller number to look at.
Exactly. You change it to, hey, I'll take 500 a month instead of for the next whatever amount of months instead of the whole 20,000.
So with seller financing too, though, if
it's a marketing strategy, by the way.
If they don't pay, like say if you don't pay me and if you don't pay me because I'm selling the house,
let's
right?
say, yeah. So the same scenario you're saying.
Yeah. So if you don't pay me, I could always go back and repossess the house because now I'm the bank. So now it's like that house is now mine, and you don't get any of the money back because those are my payments that you're living there, right? So it's like it's basically like you're renting the house out to the person, but you're
Until you pay that last payment off.
Exactly, and then it becomes theirs.
And instead of me going through the bank to buy Drew's house, Drew becomes the bank, and if I default and can't pay the payment for some amount of months, Drew repossesses the house, and now he got maybe like $100,000 out of me because I was paying that for the last 10 years, but then I defaulted.
Yep, and I still got the house, and I still got my equity.
So there's a lot of benefits to seller financing. If y'all didn't know, it's not like I haven't used that scenario in the current market we're in, but where we're headed, you're gonna have to open up your tool belt for all you agents out there who are listening. So that's a little key tip, but don't be my competition. You feel me?
That's a really good thing. That's a really good marketing strategy, and I think off air, like I'll talk to you more about like kind of how it's used like in our job and stuff like that, and like how I've seen it personally, like especially when I was in school. But yeah, it's a really good marketing strategy. It's basically just to cause illusion because like think about it, like if you see $25 a month rather than $1,000, what are you gonna pick?
Yeah, $25. Yeah.
So it's like everybody kind of looks at it like in a different way.
It's like it's an eye appealer. Yeah.
But your goal is to get people. So like you're not get people, but your goal is to like get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then just keeps adding on rather than just selling maybe 1, 2, or 3. You know what I mean? So
it's more like a shorter term, faster term thing that pulls people in for a longer term goal.
Yeah.
It's crazy because you can still
it
make
works
so much more money.
You have to also look at it. It's like a big benefit because look, now it gets someone like it gives you the hands like opportunity.
Yeah, all
to get
parties
something.
win in that situation.
Yeah,
I feel
you have the opportunity to own something. I mean, you don't like it's not you're fully yours yet, but you're paying for it.
In the same scenario, Drew gets the $400,000 he wants, right? Like he wins in that scenario. I get what I want. I don't have to put any money down, and I get to pay him monthly and take control of this house. And I don't have to go through a bank who's going to look at my W-2s, my tax returns, my bank accounts, work history, all that. I don't have to do any of that.
Yeah,
Drew's the bank. And Drew says yes, cool. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's just a big benefit for both sides.
Yeah. I think being a seller in that case take that deal. If you ever get a seller financing deal,
Well,
accept
Yeah,
that.
you have to trust the person.
You gotta need the cash though.
Yeah, but
If you don't need, if you don't need the cash, like, oh, I'd rather just have the monthly payments coming in. Cool, take the deal. But if you're like, say you're selling the house because you need to buy another house, then maybe you need the equity from that house you're selling. So it's not for every situation,
Yeah.
but it's a possibility.
I like that situation.
So don't think like, oh, I can't buy this house because blah blah blah. Like, no, if you have the right real estate agent, aka me and Drew, we're gonna get you into that house.
We'll make it
figure
happen.
it out. You know what I mean?
We're gonna have our own houses come to the market too. 3
Yes,
2s,
sir.
baby.
Oh, y'all better be ready. We got some fix and flips coming soon. So
Yep.
whoever's in the market this fall, stay tuned.
Stay tuned for real. Man, I'm excited. I'm excited to flip. I always tell you guys this. You guys probably get like so annoyed, bro.
No,
Like, I'll
bro,
be in
I'm
the
the real
car-
estate guy. I love this.
I know, but like that's all I talk about. Like off camera, probably I'll just be talking about, man, I can't wait to get that house here and then do this to it.
It's
and
about
do
finding
that
the
to
right
it.
one though.
Yeah, it's getting the deal. Cause
Yeah.
then once you get the deal, you can wholesale it.
Yeah, straight up.
At least worst case scenario, you just wholesale it.
Yeah, there's still a lot of money in the wholesale game. I like wholesaling, but I don't know. I just being a full time like investor, like doing all that is way more fun. I mean, cause then you get to go in there and you property watch, and then you see how
Property
it
watch.
grows, and then you get a new value, and you're
Turn
like,
it-
damn,
yeah.
this
Yeah.
is crazy.
Do the work you want to do, and maybe like you have like 6 properties under your portfolio. They all look the same inside too. Like you do the same flooring, same walls,
yeah.
everything painted this way. This is how we do. This is our system.
Well, that's how flips do it.
Yeah.
And like successful flippers, that's what they do. They have a certain system of like how they're gonna flip it. So like you said, certain walls, certain whatever
Yeah.
they're putting for that. It's probably like
Yeah.
whatever it is. I don't know, bro. It's I was gonna say quartz, but that really looked like a wood. Like the wood slab.
You talking about the countertop?
Yeah, it's like a wood
Yeah,
slab.
it's like a wood. It's old.
Yeah.
Old. It's
Yeah.
never mind.
Yeah.
But y'all know what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's the cool thing about it. Successful flippers, that's what they do.
That's actually really smart though. I think the biggest like if you can get the opportunity to get your resources and like your people that can like help you get those things accomplished, I feel like that makes it even easier too. Imagine like you got your contractors in place, like you get so many things lined up, and then I feel like at that point it's just you're flowing.
Oh yeah, you got to get a reliable contractor.
That's the hardest part.
Yeah, the hardest part. Well, the hardest part finding deal, but after that, it's the hard.
Yeah.
Bro, you got to get a contractor. That's not gonna overcharge you for everything. You got to make sure you
take
trust
his
him.
time. You got to
Take
be
his
over
time.
there. Make sure his workers that work under him.
They got to be
They're
motivated.
gonna be showing up. Yeah, they gotta be motivated to get paid. Like you probably pay them some up front, some and a half at the end. Like,
Yeah.
you know, don't just wait till the end to
a
pay
good
them,
system,
or
bro.
don't pay them all up front. Like you gotta just the system exactly.
Yeah.
So Mark, I got a question for you related to this topic. So if you like got into real estate, you're like a real estate investor. You know you're gonna be an agent on the side too, but like you're just all in real estate investor. Like what strategy would you utilize? Like as in, would you want to be like a fix and flip? You want to go rentals, short term, long term? Like what is something that really entices you in the real estate game?
That's a great
That's a
question.
good question. I mean, I don't know. I feel like I definitely want to taste both and like figure out kind of like what both look like. I feel like long term wise, I feel like I would probably be more of a rental kind of property kind of guy. Like I would want to manage a lot of different properties, probably own a lot of different properties around like the United States, and then, man, if one day I'm thankful or lucky enough, man, around the world, you know. But if that's ever possible, but really, like I want to just kind of get myself around and kind of get like apartments, get like a duplex. Dude, I remember I was like 18 thinking about like why I should get a duplex. You know what I mean? Like I was hella young thinking about that. Because like you get two rents from it, and it just made sense. You know what I mean? Or get like the quadplex or whatever it is. You know, you get it. Yeah. The only but I also started thinking like the downfall between all that is typically like in our area where we live, like the people you're gonna get in that is people that.
That's why you're
not gonna get like the best people in those. Let's just.
That's why you gotta vet.
Yeah,
That's all the vetting for the people you put in, or
Yeah.
unless you did like how we're in like a short term rental, like an Airbnb type strategy. So it really
that short term rental probably it wouldn't work. I don't feel like that idea. It would be a great idea. It wouldn't work in Modesto though.
it could, it's just not as profitable in Modesto as it is in other cities
Yeah,
that we
exactly.
travel to for sure.
Yeah.
In Modesto, you probably do the long term. It's more profitable that
Yeah.
way. But I would
But
say
you just-
it could work in any market. It just depends, right? Because Modesto's not too far away from the Bay Area.
It isn't. But
So people could rent it out for like less than 30 days. How what's the name was telling us when we first checked
Oh
in.
yeah, that was
that's
like
true.
good info. Bro.
Yeah, the whole
Oh, he gives
the
great
squatting,
information.
squatting,
squatting.
details he was getting us.
Yeah,
Under
yeah.
29.
29 days,
Yeah.
he lets them max out. I mean, regardless, I think in either or, I feel like they both work. They go kind of hand in hand. I think it would be fun to do the house, like flipping houses, because I feel like it'd be fun to just kind of build a house, make your notes, and then like just see like it just go, like you see it transform. You know what I mean?
Turn it from like a 4 into a 9. You know what I mean? And then all right, boom, we're gonna sell it. We're gonna put 60,000 into it, and we get 100 back. You feel me? So we profit 40,000.
See that? I think that like that is when things get pretty crazy. You know what I mean? But I feel like when you get there,
it can get stressful too.
It can get very stressful. Well, it's stressful on both sides. I know a lot. I know a few people that are property managers, and they hate it because it's just dealing with the tenants, dealing with all the stuff, like making sure you get everything, like you're getting all your payments in, like you're dealing with people still, and so.
But you know what's cool is that everybody needs a house. So if they fuck up, get out. I'm gonna put a new tenant in. It's sorry, like that's how the game is though. Yeah. Like I'm providing you like a service and a house, and like I'm in there like making sure you're good too. Like especially if you're renting from me and it's one of my properties and I'm the landlord. Like, bro, I'm gonna make sure you're good. You know what I mean? So if you're not paying me on time, and we got this agreement going, and you missing payments, I'm sorry, you're gonna have to get out, because I'm either gonna sell the house now at this point, because I'm not gonna want to deal with that again, or I'm gonna give it to a better tenant.
So what's like your limit as far as like working with the tenant? Let's say you had this tenant for like 6-7 years, they paid on time all the time, and then something like COVID hits or something.
Okay, yeah.
And, she got fired from her job. She only has like 3 months of payments for you, and then like she told you up front, like, I only got 3 months, and then like I don't know what I'm gonna do after that.
Then
like,
we can
how do you
figure
handle
that
that situation?
We can figure that out, man. That's like, because we had to figure that out with actually one of the properties right now, and we lowered rent for them. Like it was like $300, but it's all good. Like I could deal with that. It's like I didn't really need that extra $300. So if they're gonna be comfortable paying a little bit less, I'm cool. I could take that. The house is.
Oh, you lowered it 300. You dropped it to 300. No.
I didn't drop it. I dropped it $300 less than what they were paying. Okay. Yeah. So say I was collecting, I'm gonna give a fake number like 2,800. I started taking 2,500.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Got it.
So that's what I started doing, because I'm like, okay, well, man, I'm not gonna leave a family out if they're good tenants, 6-7 years on time all the time.
Just something like fluke happened, right?
Yeah. Now something crazy happened, so we got to figure that out.
Because the whole world was dealing with that.
But if I couldn't sustain it, I would probably have to kick them out, and then I'd have to sell it, because I mean, bro, like now that's like a part of like where I'm getting my money too.
Why don't you put another tenant in after you kick them out?
No, because I it's gonna be hard. It's the same situation, especially if COVID hit. I would just rather get the house out of there, especially in that market too.
Because you're negative for the last few months, right?
Yeah, get my cash back and then go hit a flip. Okay. That's what I would do. Get the money off.
Drew all in the flip game. We're gonna see Drew's flips. We're gonna put him on HGTV, bro.
You're gonna see me in their sledgehammer.
Yeah, you can see Pops in there for sure.
Oh yeah, bro, we gotta get Pops in that for sure.
Your Pops he designed that pull in the back, right?
Yeah.
So is he into the house flipping? Like he's trying to get in that too, or what's he thinking?
Yeah, so he actually used to flip houses back when he was selling the cars too. Well, he's still selling cars. Shout out Cars R Us. But yeah, man. He flipped like 2 houses, I think, and then the rest he kept his rentals. And rentals is great, especially if you're still paying off a couple mortgages. And say you got 4 rentals, 2 of them paid off, and then the other 2 are still going. I'm giving y'all a crazy game right now. So if you're at that point with 4 rentals, right, and you got 2 paid off, and you're collecting 2 from the other mortgages, you're just gonna put those from the ones you're getting paid off. Just add that on top of that mortgage. You're gonna pay it off 2 times faster. Don't profit nothing off of it. You know what I mean?
Oh, so you're saying the ones that are paid off, use that money to pay off the other ones double time.
Exactly.
Because you're collecting free rent from them at that point, because you don't pay it anymore.
Or so paid off quicker, so then you're just So let's say like 12 years down the line, all your house is paid off, and now
instead of 30 years. Yeah, now you stacked up. Now you got 4 houses paid off
for fun. You know what I'm saying?
And then at one point you're collecting for free all 4 of them.
Exactly. That's the goal for real. Like having 4 houses paid and clear. Not 4. I'm just saying like in general though. Yeah. Having all your houses paid off in full, and now you're just collecting rent. But then you're really the bank. Like, if I want to lower or raise the rent, I can, because I can afford it. I don't got a mortgage to pay anymore.
That's insane.
You know what I mean? Like
that's pretty insane.
Hey, you can stay in my house for $1,000. You've been a friend of the family for all this time. It's paid off. Here, there's the house for the family.
Yeah, that's $3,000 coming straight to you, no matter what.
But a normal tenant, you might charge like $2,100. You know what I mean? But like, go ahead. I know y'all don't got it, but like, here's this house for y'all. Like, but you got power to do that. You feel me?
That's cool.
It's all about the power.
That's gonna be where it's at, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Damn, you've been
That's
saying that lately. It's all about the power. You're right.
Power, bro. I'm all about power. You feel me? Power. That's the word.
Hey, real quick, shout out to your sister and happy birthday, man.
Oh yeah, happy birthday.
Happy birthday to Ver Shelly, my sister Shelly Belly. You know what I'm saying? She gonna be mad at me for saying that. If she listens to the episode, she get mad. So you gotta listen to the episode to find out. This gonna be on TikTok.
What's her?
It's for sure good on TikTok.
It's her Jordan year, huh?
You said what?
It's what? How old she turned?
She just turned 23. She's celebrating in Disneyland today with her girlfriend. So
Hell yeah.
this is literally the first year I haven't celebrated her birthday / 4th of July with her. You
No
know?
way.
Every year since she was a kid, you know what I'm saying? We've celebrated 4th of July and had fun, you know, did the fireworks. And me personally, I've never like been a fan of fireworks. Like people, I like lighting it still. I like lighting stuff on fire. Like I'm like a pyromaniac, if I'm being honest. Right?
No way.
I am. But fireworks for me, I just don't like all that smoke and stuff. I don't like smoke, so it really just like throws me off. But yeah, we've been celebrating her birthday since 22 straight years. This is 1 year when we're not celebrating with her. She's with her girlfriend. She's having fun. It was her. She wanted this wish, like, to do that. So I was like, damn, what am I doing 4th of July? Like, going to San Diego. Yeah. So yeah, happy birthday, Shelly. Hope you're having fun. You know, hope you and Kiara doing your thing. I'll see you. I think you back a couple days, so I'll see you in a couple days, and we'll talk about how I talked about you on my episode. So
Love it, man. Shout out. Happy birthday.
Family ties, man.
Family ties. Man, we've had a pretty good episode, y'all. Like, how y'all feeling? We got the talk about the whole shootings going on, Mark's red flags.
Hey,
we're not gonna talk about last episode yet, you know what I'm saying? Unless you want to.
No.
Yeah, I want to know.
No.
No.
Hey, let's talk real quick. Let's just talk about how bad those damn pictures that came out on the beach real quick.
Oh, yeah.
I just wanna throw this out there.
Tell him,
Hey,
bro.
we were just chilling on the beach, man. We just wanted to get a good photo of us three on the beach, right? We asked one person. She came over, took a picture, took a couple actually.
This is a free game, by the way. Listen closely.
Gave it back to us and said, "Oh, here you go." We're like, "All right, cool." Looking through them, hella dark, like 0.5, like we're all the way like this big in there. Like I was confused. Second person comes around, we're like, all right, this gotta be it. They gotta at least take good photos. You know what I mean? Boom, boom, boom. Have them take a photo. Same thing, man. Even worse, actually. It was even worse. Third and final person. Right before we had to leave, because we had a parking. We had a meter. We had to go back to our meter. Third person, random, like right at the end. Boom. Hey, can you take a picture? Oh, I got you. Boom. Start dropping down on angles.
Oh yeah.
Gets like starts messing with like the settings and starts saying, "Oh, I need just the lighting." I'm like,
Yeah, she's like, here, go to portrait mode. You just change the lights. She's like, woo, boom.
boom. Takes 3 shots. 3 solid photos. Boom. Came out like insane.
You're gonna see them on Instagram, and they definitely gonna be the thumbnail of this.
Or just drop them.
They're gonna be the thumbnail of this video.
Or
Yeah,
just drop
straight
them
up.
like while we talking, like boom and then boom and then boom.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Yeah.
Drew just did that for y'all. Y'all see? Boom,
Do it again.
boom,
Do it again, Drew. Do it again, Drew.
Boom.
There we go. Boom.
Them photos right there. That's what she did, bro. And then Mark's gonna give me the bad ones right here in front of Mark. Just, just drop it down, just slow. Man, but yeah, she did her thing though, because the other 2 guys they couldn't do it right.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
right.
But
No, yeah, you gotta go on. What is it? Portrait mode. You swipe it up and then you
It was
do
portrait mode.
exposure.
Yeah,
right?
like natural light or
You swipe
something.
up, you do the plus and minus, like the exposure, and then she moved it to like 1 point something. I don't know. She matched it with how the
yeah,
sun works.
she's like, the
Damn,
sun's
that's
right there.
crazy. She's probably a photographer, bro. We didn't even ask her, huh?
Nah, she was in a rush, so did her thing. She took her pictures.
But I was just tripping.
Bro,
I
the pictures were crazy.
remember, I
What
was
was it?
like, bro, you got to teach me that. I'm like, that's crazy. I was tripping because
I was
like,
too,
they're
'cause I
so
looked at-
different.
Yeah, because
Like,
I clicked
how-
the first one. I was like, no way. I was like, these are sick.
The very first one, I was like, oh yeah, Mark. As soon as I seen his face, I just go off his reaction. You know what I mean? 'Cause I'm like, hey, how they turn out, bro? I'm not even like, you know. He's like, hey. I'm like, oh, let me see him. Because the other ones, he just walked away like.
Yeah, he was like, whatever.
And we started celebrating the third one in front of the people who took the bad ones too.
Oh, yeah,
So
oh,
we
yeah.
celebrating in front of them.
That was hella funny. Mark was like, damn, these came out hella good. The other ones sucked.
Right? He didn't
Not
realize
even
it was
know
right
it.
next to him. I said, hey, whatever. So what? Y'all should have took better photos.
Oh, shit.
We mediocre. We don't take mediocre photos
No,
around here.
hell no.
No,
Not on
it's
the
a-
beach.
nah, it's
Come
a
on,
play
man. We're in
club.
San Diego, man. We're in San Diego.
San Diego.
San Diego.
But, man, I think that we're going to have to cap it out right here. We're running around like 40 minutes almost.
Gotta
hey.
give him a word of the day. We gotta walk out.
Yeah. Walk them out, Dre. Walk them out, Dre.
Man,
Come
so
on.
I think I've been saying this all trip, all week, man. The word of the day is power. You know why it's power? Because power controls everything. Me and Mark realized this, you know, because we came from Cancun a couple months ago, and out there we really we had power. We didn't realize it, but we just did. Like the way we walked, the way we talked, people just looked at us different, and we try to figure out like why out here people treat us different than they do in Cali. You know what I mean? And it's out there we have power, but we weren't like enforcing our power. I'm saying power as in like just take it how you think I'm taking it, right? We had power as in like
confidence.
like
you
carried ourselves different
you
out
carry
there.
yourself different. Like you have a glow on. You have a glow
Yeah,
around
like
you.
people
really.
would say like
It was like
they would come up to
status.
me and tell me like, bro, like look at how you're dressed, like, well, and especially in Cancun and Tulum, like look how you're dressed, look how you're carrying yourself, like I like your do. I'm wearing a do rag because my hair is messed up. So usually when you have a do rag on, like it's because you're covering something up, right? I'm over here wearing it, rocking it, and people are like they're loving it out there. I'm like, I wear this in Cali, I'm getting like mugged. Like it's different. It's just a different life out there. But yeah, the word of the day is power. Do whatever you can to get as much power in any situation that you're in. So if you're in it doesn't matter the situation, get power. So just do it. Power, power, power. That's the word of the day. That's all I got to say.
Yeah. Hey, and by the time this episode drop, all the Play Club stuff getting dropped too. So go make those cops, man. I'm telling you, if you play enough,
handle it. But I want to keep us just cap us off with thank you guys for just joining in, and if you got this far just listening to us, I appreciate it, and we all appreciate it, and I think I just appreciate you guys for kind of just tuning in. So make sure you like, comment, if you can subscribe on YouTube, also give us a follow. We have our TikTok, we have our IG, and then obviously we're on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. And shout out to Manscaped.
Shout out Manscaped.
Hey,
man, if your balls will, thank you.
Man, if y'all don't got Manscaped, make sure you guys subscribe. Make sure you guys use the promo code StartUp20. You feel me? Make sure that you use that ball toner when you get it.
She gonna thank you too,
Trust
man.
me, she gonna thank you. Your balls will thank you, and you'll thank me after. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you StartUp20, Manscaped.com. You'll really help us out. You help yourself out, and you'll help your significant other out. That's the end of the show, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it.
Happy
episode
4th.
24 coming out real soon, and stay tuned. Episode 25, 26 gonna go crazy. We love y'all.
Love y'all.